Everybody, what's up? Welcome back to Majestic Mayhem. I'm your host, Death Dealer. Well, I'm Death Dealer. I'm
And
your
I'm Big
host.
Pickles. Both of us were completely caught off guard. Even though you hit the button and we saw the countdown, yet somehow we neither of us knew this was happening.
We're doing great. We're doing great. Keeping it professional over here. Keeping it professional. Got this. We got this.
You were taking a sip. I don't know what it is. I'm not lopsided in real life, yet somehow every time I'm on camera, I'm lopsided and I can't figure it out. And look at my shirt now. Like my shirt looks like it's like that's what I was trying to fix my shirt, but because I'm mirrored, so when I look at myself, I'm getting all confused which way. I don't know.
Oh
I,
yeah,
I
no.
don't understand. How am I every week I look at myself and I'm so lopsided, but maybe I am in real life and I just don't realize it and everyone's too polite to tell me.
No, because I look lopsided on camera oftentimes too, and I'm not
Oh,
lopsided. I
I
I don't
don't
even
know.
sit lopsided. I don't know why I always look so lopsided though. You're right. It's so
Yeah, my
weird.
shoulders, I got like two different shoulders or something. I don't know.
If I straighten it out, I'm sitting crooked now.
Yeah, I gotta like artificially raise my shoulder. I gotta tilt this
Oh,
way a little bit.
wait, did I see the thumbnail for like a split second? I thought I did. Oh man, I missed it. Missed it because I was looking down taking a drink when it started and everything.
We need to know if you guys saw the thumbnail because it's amazing this week. I
So
like
I've
the little
heard.
bow in my hair. That was a nice touch.
I haven't seen it. Where where did you see it? Was it in the
Carlos
Twitter
sent it
thing?
to us.
Did he?
Look in the chat.
Oh, hold on.
They must be because Perry just sent me a screenshot of it. He
Oh,
sent
I
a
see
screenshot,
it.
so he did see it on YouTube.
I see.
Yes, because I said I like how you're just have a little smirk on your face as you're racing by me,
Oh
and I'm in the
my
background,
god.
and I'm like, I'm just shocked that you're passing me there. The Goomba's chasing me. My cute little bow.
That's great. That is hilarious. I do love it. I love it.
Ah.
Good job. Good job. That's too
Oh
funny.
yes, and I just got the alert on my phone that we went live, and I see it on my phone. It pops up in the notification.
Nice. Very nice. I'm pleased.
That's a good one.
Well done. Well done. Well done, Carla. Well done. It's too funny. So how has your week been?
Uh, that's what I've been doing all week is playing Mario Kart. So I was going to take. Okay, so this weekend was the 9-year anniversary of Perry's store. So I originally was going to take Friday off to like any last minute things we had to finish. Then last week, I hear him telling people, "Oh, here's my schedule for the week." And he's like, "Okay, Wednesday night, me, Frank, and Piggles are going to Best Buy at midnight." And I was like, "Oh, I'm going?" And he's like, "Well, yeah, the pre-order's in your name. You have to go." And I was like, "Oh, I didn't realize that." So luckily, I was able to change my day off to Thursday. I totally had a meeting Thursday at 8 a.m. in person.
Hmm.
I emailed my coworkers. I didn't tell them what I was doing, but I was like, I wanted to take Thursday off. Can we move this meeting to Monday at 9, please? They're like, okay, we'll send you a new appointment. Oh, thank God. Uh, yeah, so we were at Best Buy all night. Didn't get home till 2:30 in the morning because it was the slowest process known to man. It was really horrible. Got home at 2:30. Then I was so tired I didn't even play the Switch Thursday. I didn't even play my Switch to Friday.
Oh,
But then I've been playing Mario Kart all weekend. I still have a few characters to unlock. We unlocked all the levels. For all the characters I have, I've unlocked all their costumes. Today, I was whooping up on them when we played. It's been fun. Yes, it's been fun.
that's too funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
How was
Nice.
your
Nice.
week?
Good, actually. I myself have been playing my Switch, but I didn't get a new Switch. I have the old one still, so I've been playing that. And going back through all the Mario games and erasing what I have to restart all over again to beat
Okay.
it again. And doing so because I've done it back to back to back. And I've come to realize some of the games are kind of short, some of them are longer.
Yeah.
It just depends. Um, yeah, I never realized how short Princess Peach's showtime was. It's showtime. I was like, wow, I don't remember it being this short. Damn. You learn something new every time, I guess. Still fun.
So are you replaying all your games or just certain games?
Um, I've just started with I started with the Mario games, and then I'm slowly working my way through just the games that I have. I've played Luigi's Haunted Mansion and the Rabbits one, the Rabbits games.
Yep.
Um,
I love Luigi's Haunted Mansion.
yeah, and I'll eventually get around to Zelda. But I know once I put those games in, my kid's going to. Those are her favorites right there.
Yeah.
So as soon as I turn those on, I'm probably losing my Switch, but it's okay because I'll gain access to the Xbox.
Yeah.
Which brings me to my next point. The reason I'm able to play all the video games now is because I don't have to worry about a child or children in general, really, because I don't. School's out. Haha. Car lift's done. I don't have to do that nonsense. Oh my god, I hate car loop. Swear to God, if I could just never do it again, that'd be great. But I can't really. You can't rely on the bus systems anymore. There's a bus driver shortage, so
Yeah.
and not to mention just the way they drive, the way kids act, and everything. So we've just been relaxing, playing video games, doing
Nice.
nothing, planning to do nothing for a little while. So it's been great.
Nice. So shaping up to be a good summer already. I like it.
Yeah, yeah. And in a couple of weeks, I send her to camp. So she goes to camp for a week. Bye.
Even
And
better. So you have no car loop and you're home alone to play whatever video games you want.
hmm hmm yeah. And the best part is, at the end of the week, they're doing a haunted house for the parents to walk through with
Well,
all the
that's
stuff they learn.
cool.
It's like a haunted. I don't really know how to explain it. It's a camp that's being run by someone who runs haunted trails. So
Dude, what
they're
a cool camp.
yeah, it is.
What
It
an
really is
awesome
cool.
concept for a camp.
It is. I'm surprised nobody's suggested to him that he does like an adult camp like one
Yeah.
week in the summer because like I bet you any money I'd go to it. It'd be fun. Why not?
Yeah.
I've been to camp since I was a kid. I miss it. It used to be fun. We had good times. Bonus, we're old enough to get drunk out the campfire this time. Like, sign me up, bro. You mean I don't have any responsibilities? Someone else has to deal with the bonfire, and I get to drink and make s'mores. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Besides, they have Rockstar Camp. I don't want to be a rock star, but I'd like to go to camp.
So wait, is Rockstar Camp for adults or for
hmm
kids?
For
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 adults?
adults, yeah, they have it for
And
adults.
do you go learn to be a rock star? Is that what
Yeah,
I've never heard of
they,
this.
I don't remember who does it, but I they might rotate it or something. But there was like a couple of years ago, I heard about it. Somebody did a camp and they basically brought them out, taught them how to like stage presence or something ridiculous. Like things. It was nonsense and fun, but in a camp setting for adults. So they
Huh.
acted and behaved like adults. Um,
So
it was
you want a sleepaway camp as an adult or you want a day camp as an adult?
I'd do a sleepaway camp. I wouldn't
Like you
mind
gonna
a
go sleep in
sleepaway
the
camp.
bunks?
I mean, I got a big air mattress, so I can do that. But I don't know if I can sleep on a small twin size bed anymore. I might have a problem with that. I tend to
I
take up the entire bed I have now, and I have a king, so.
I only slept away at camp twice in my life for a week, and it was 15 minutes from my house. And we stayed. It was at
Wow, that's close. I mean, my camp was close to me too, so I can't say much, but that's close.
we stayed
Damn.
in the dorms because it was at West Point Military Academy. I went to volleyball camp. So we stayed because the cadets weren't there, they were done, so we just stayed in the dorms. We ate at the mess hall. So it wasn't like camp I'm out in the woods camp because I
Oh.
have zero interest. I don't want to go to the woods.
I've
Let's go.
always stayed in cabins when I do camps. Um, like I did Girl Scout camp, I did Brownie camp. We stayed in cabins for all that. They were not about to stay in the woods with a whole bunch of little girls jacked up on sugar. Like, no. Um, I did a sleepaway activity camp, like just a youth all around basic. We slept in cabins. I don't really. I mean, my mom took us camping a few times in tents, but I don't really do tents either. So,
No.
like, even when I was a kid and stuff, like we had a lake house. Is a cabin. I do cabins. I'm just fine with cabins. I
I
don't mind in the woods, but I prefer cabins.
so I'm not like I said, I'm not going to the woods. I don't see the appeal, but I understand why other people want to go there. Like I get it.
Hmm.
I cannot understand the appeal of camping. When it's 95 degrees outside, why do you want to go lay on the ground in
Hmm.
a nylon bag? I just don't understand how that like, is
You're not,
appealing.
well, in that case, well, if it's like 90 some degrees out, you don't get inside the
Well,
sleeping
no,
bag.
but
You
your
get
tent,
on top of it.
you're zipped in a giant nylon bag. Your tent.
Well, usually there's screens. I mean, good tents have screens, so
I
you
know,
can
but
like have a
still, like
nice airflow. It's not as bad as you'd think.
wouldn't
It's
say you have a
really
nice
not.
airflow. You have some airflow. I don't know.
I don't know. I guess maybe I just it doesn't bother me the same. I guess some people don't care at all. Some people do. I don't mind. I prefer somewhere with access to bathrooms, though. That's about as bougie as
Yeah,
I get. Like I need to have bathrooms on the
yeah.
campgrounds. I don't care if it's a minute away, but I need bathrooms. Speaking of camping, though, Tiny Giant wants to rent a cabin in the middle of the woods to scare her friends. I have now
That's
enlisted.
amazing.
I have now enlisted one of her friend's parents. Her dad is going to come help. I was explaining to him we were bonding over the traumatics of growing up. I'm the oldest child, so I did the traumatizing. He's the youngest boy, so he
Okay.
got traumatized, and we were kind of sharing stories and stuff. And I was telling him about how we terrorized my friend's older sister at a sleepover one night. She was scared of Chucky, and her we were having a sleepover for my friend, her younger sister. It was her birthday. She was turned 13,
Mhm.
and her uncle was there, and we're discussing. We're going to be watching horror movies that night, and her older sister had picked out some movies for us. One of which was Jason Goes to Hell. She insisted we watch Jason Goes to Hell, and uncle tells us that starts making fun of Big Sis about, oh, you didn't pick out Child's Play. You didn't want to watch a Child's Play movie. You didn't want to, impress that on the kids. You didn't want to live Child's Play with them. And obviously, one thing led to another, and it was like, oh, she's terrified of Chucky, eh?
Yeah.
So after she walks off with her friends, thinking she's, game set match, she's running around with checkers. I'm looking at her uncle like, let's play chess. I'm an older sibling. I got all kinds of stuff to do, you know? Like, hey, why don't we scare her when we're watching the movies later? So that's what we did. He went back home and got his daughter's full size doll that, the dolls they used to have,
Yeah.
and he brought that bad boy over later on, and it was like, okay, all right,
Nice.
now you pretend you hear something at the window, and oh yeah, no, she took off running from one room in the house to the next, locked herself in the room. Oh yeah, it was best
Great.
night ever. It's like, oh, you thought you were so funny. Surprise! I grew up watching Alien. You can't do nothing to me. I'm already traumatized. Have a seat, girl.
It's
Checkmate.
great. And now your daughter's going down the same path. I love it. I just love that she wants to rent a cabin in the woods and scare her friends. It's amazing.
Well, one of her friends apparently likes the show Supernatural. And I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." I mean, I'm proud because I love the show myself, so I'm very proud. But that's interesting. And I guess my daughter was like, "Oh, I telling her friend, oh, I think I want to have my birthday, in the woods again, do like another zombie theme or something like that." And her friend's like, "I love you, but I don't know if I want to go into the middle of the woods for you. Like, I don't know if I know you well enough to do that." And my daughter was just like, "Oh, okay. Why not have a sleepover in the woods instead? You don't have to come out during the day. It's fine. We'll do a sleepover." I mean, and I am a very supportive, loving mother. Who am I to ruin my child's dreams? Like, my whole job is to be supportive and just guide her. So that's what I'm doing. I'm being supportive and guiding her.
If I got invited to a sleepover in the middle of the woods, I'm not going. I'll go to the middle of the woods during the day, but I'm not going to a sleepover. I mean, I don't know. I guess maybe if you have a cabin, maybe you could convince me. If you had a tent, you could not convince me at all. The cabin, there is a possibility you could convince me.
Oh yeah,
It'd have
no,
to be
I
good
rent
though.
a cabin. Listen, I'm not keeping a bunch of teenage and preteen girls in a tent in the woods for the no, you're out of your mind. Not to mention, no, I'm not doing that right now anyway. No, I bring a portable air conditioner unit to the cabin as soon as I can check in, turn that bad boy on, close everything up, and walk out until it gets nice and cold. No, no. Bring an air mattress and sleep on that. Those kids can sleep on whatever 20 bunks they choose. That's fine by me. Yeah.
We watch this dude, and I don't know why we watch him because Perry's not going to the woods either. Um, we watch this dude who reviews tents,
Mm.
and I really don't understand it because he gets like these giant inflatable tents, and it looks decent because then he's got like the 18-inch high queen size mattress in his tent. It looks awesome, and he gets a blow up couch. He's got the wood burning stove and everything. But this guy he's got like he rolls out a carpet on the bottom. He brings little end tables. Then he has like a little mat that goes on his end table with little fake LED candles. Like it's got this guy's bringing decorations and stuff, and I'm like, what kind of camping are you doing that you're like decorating your tent?
You're spending way too much time in there. You're spending way too much time inside. I mean, I'll
Yeah,
decorate a little bit for a party or because I usually end up throwing parties in the cabins. So I'll decorate a little bit for the party, but we're not hanging out like that. This is not what we're here for. We are in the woods to do specific things. If you think I'm
to
sitting
bury the bodies.
inside, I mean, amongst other
Oh,
things, yeah, I like to terrorize children, chase them
yeah.
around. I mean, you gotta like go through the horror movie basics. Listen, I've done things. It's been fun. Okay. We've done scavenger hunts in the woods. It was supplies for the apocalypse, but still, it had to be done.
See, I kind of want to go to camp now. I want to go to camp to learn how to run a haunted trail. Like this is. I mean, I'm still not thrilled about the woods, but this is getting me excited.
I'm telling it's however you want to do it. It doesn't just have to be hiking and like floating down rivers and stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, hiking, floating down rivers. The rivers are the better parts of it. Lakes and stuff like that. That's
Yeah.
always nice because it's a cool effect. I get to cool down and be lazy, kind of. But the activities are where it's at. You got to do the cool activities. I mean, and if you got the right insurance, you can do some real fun activities. I'm just saying.
I've never looked into it.
I don't do cool things at camp. It was fun.
See, I'm home playing Mario Kart, and everyone else is out in the woods doing whatever the hell they're doing. I don't know. And I'm just
I
kicking
tell
butt in
you,
Mario Kart.
you come down to visit, and we'll go camping in the woods. We'll rent a cabin and go camping in the woods. It'll be a good time. We'll do a nice little adult activity camp. Set up, nice. Look into some good insurance. It'll be fun.
I'm hoping next year is the year we can come down there. This year's just not going to work out. So I'm hoping next year's the year. Or if I win the lottery, this year will be the year. But, that's not working out for me either.
Okay.
Yes, Sir X-Man, he's camping with just a camping bag and a campfire. The bugs are going to eat you. The bears are going to eat you. A fox is going to come piss on you. Like, I don't, like, how do you not even have a tent? I don't understand. That's not for me. No way.
Hey guys, I'm trying to catch up on the chat. I got too distracted talking and paid
Yeah.
zero attention to the chat.
Stevie Mac wants to know if the background behind you is the Best Buy Switch 2 midnight release.
No, not this time. This was a different launch for a video game console. This was for the PlayStation. This was because they knew they were going to get shortchanged. And Sir X-Men, I would stay the night in a haunted house. I have zero problems with that, actually. My mom and I were talking about that once, actually. There's apparently some kind of prison, mental asylum. Can't remember which one. Obviously, it's no longer in use. It's closed. But you can do a haunted tour, and then they'll give you a flashlight and a bottle of water, a blanket, a pillow, and you can stay the night in one of the rooms. And I was like, yeah, I know this is extremely touristy. I'd absolutely stay the night there. Like, there's no way I'd be worried about it. If you hear something, yeah, I bet you did hear something. It's along the same lines of those people that do the ghost hunter shows. I'm sure they think it's real, but I feel like I got an explanation for everything. So
See, I'd spend the night in the old jail before I'd spend the night in the woods.
that's funny.
I would, because I looked at, because there's a place in New Jersey, and I don't know if they still do it, yeah, it was a prison that you could do tours of, but I don't know if they allow you to do tours anymore. Because I wanted to go, and Perry said that we should go with Anthony, and Perry's like, I'll sit in the car and wait for you guys to come out. He's not going in.
I wouldn't be worried about it as much. I mean, I'm not.
Exactly.
I've been in. Listen, Sir X-Men. A real haunted house over 200. I'd still do it. I still wouldn't have a problem staying the night in there, and here's why. I partied in abandoned houses when I was younger. Okay, we used to tell each other urban legends and ghost stories as to what happened to these people, and I'm pretty sure some of the stories hold some truth to them. Am I concerned about a ghost murdering me? Absolutely not. If it was going to happen, it probably would have already happened. I hung out in old caves, miles underground, 100 feet underground. I've hung out in abandoned houses, like abandoned barns. Hmm. My grandma owned a house from 1800 something or another with secret passageways in between the walls. We used to play in them.
That sounds like fun. Passageways in the
Yeah,
walls. It sounds like fun.
it was, but I also used to have nightmares about that damn house. I'm not even gonna lie. Well, because in her living room there was this big door in the floor that you had to pull up for a separate cellar for like a wine cellar, and it was still all dirt. It was the creepiest thing to go into. Mm, yeah. So I don't think I mind a haunted house. They don't bother me. A real haunted house doesn't bother me.
So, did you see what Perry said? Tell Carlo he's got to send us to a haunted house. We'll stay in the haunted house all night. We'll stream it.
I'll do it. Do I
Tell him
get
to get
to?
on it.
Hey, Axel. Do I get to pretend that I'm doing like Ghost Hunters or something? One of those. I don't know what other shows, but I know there's a bunch of those shows like investigative something or another. Oh my God! Did you hear that?
But but
Did
see,
you hear?
we'd have even more fun though because we would be finding ways to mess with other people, right? Like we got to find it so like we got to find like the haunted prison where like there's multiple groups but you're in different areas so that way we can figure out how to make noise for the other people to hear.
Oh my God! I just spend the night screwing with people, honestly. Whoever else is in there. I just spend the night messing with people. That's honestly what I'd probably do. Just stand like or down the hallway and be like, "Coming to get
You would be dressed up like you're the ghost.
you." Yes, I do it. Absolutely, it'd be too much fun. Way too much fun. Yeah.
I should look and see if that one in Jersey's still in operation to go this year. Like I said, Perry's so funny. Perry told me he'd wait in the parking lot.
Boo. But you have to go in. You have to go in. What you can do is you go in, and then when you get scared, you run away. Just run away. It'll make a great video. Pink, make sure you record everything. It's gonna be amazing.
I need to wear like a helmet with a GoPro on it. That's all. I don't care how dumb I look. I have like the little Google helmet on.
I'd watch it. I'd watch it. It'd be interesting.
It's funny because we say this, and what would happen is he would be like, "This is lame. There's nothing scary," and I'd be running away, screaming my head off. You know that's what would happen.
See, I really want to record next year while I'm doing the haunted trail because I've had some entertaining encounters with people. I've had various reactions, and I find oftentimes the guys that walk in thinking it's no big deal and they're no one nothing can scare them. They're not scared of anything. Man, they scream the loudest. It is beautiful every time. I love it. I can't keep character. I usually end up laughing my ass off because it's just like there's no saving it. I'm sorry. You come through and I'm genuinely thinking I'm not going to scare this
Yeah.
guy. And I do just the smallest, and it's always the smallest things that I do when I'm thinking, because I'm already thinking I'm not going to scare this person. There's no way I'm scared of this person. So I just do whatever I got to do. And they're, oh my God. And it's like, seriously? Wait a minute. What, dude? What?
We had years ago, we went to a haunted house, and the people in front of us, middle aged couple, it kind of looked like they were on a first date. Although, do you really go on a haunted house in your first? My watch just got magnetized to the table here. Do you really go to a haunted house for your first date? I don't know. They
I
definitely were
would.
like new to dating. Dude, this guy, he looked like Bill Gates and he was so scared. It was like grabbing onto the lady and kept running away. It was the funniest thing ever. So we spent the entire time like we had to follow them closely. We were like, that's our entertainment. We don't even care about the haunted house anymore. We just want to follow them because this is amazing. And it was house after house after house, and this dude just kept getting scared and running away. It was great. Yep.
Oh, that's too funny. Oh, the guy looked like Bill Gates.
He did. I mean, and this was years ago. We still laugh about it. Yeah, he pushed her in front of him. It was so funny. We're just looking at each other like, "Are you seeing this?"
Oh, that's funny. That's too funny. Yeah, I've seen people do some impressive stuff. I had somebody throw a kid at me. Somebody
Like,
threw their child at me.
here, take him. He's my sacrifice.
Yeah, it was a toddler. I'm just the kid was probably somewhere around like 2, and I scared mom. She looked at me and just went here. I stood there for a minute. The kid looked at me. I'm looking at the kid. We're just kind of standing there staring at each other for a minute. Like, is this kid? What the hell just happened? Is she serious? Did she really? Kid did not seem phased like at all. He was just more or less looking like, did she really just do that? I'm like, excuse me, ma'am. I come walking up behind her.
Ma'am,
Like,
you may want this back.
you're gonna need to take this. Like, I appreciate the sacrifice, but I really need you to take this. I'm busy. Like, I don't have time for the blood oath right now. Get it away from me. Honestly, that's not even. I mean, that's probably one of the crazier things I've ever been thrown. To be honest, people throw other people regularly, though. That's not adults and teenagers. Teenagers usually push one another into
I think it's just
whatever's
human
scaring
human
them.
survival. Your instincts are kicking in. I got to push the weak in front of me so they get eaten and I escape.
Oh yeah, no, I've told there was a group of girls that came through one time, and Tiny Giant scared the absolute piss out of the guys that were with them. They were all teenagers, like middle school, high school age, right? And the boys lost it at the kid, just absolutely lost it. They freaked out over her. I guess they don't like Chucky either. I was like, okay, this is my bread and butter right here, because obviously I'm watching, hanging out with the kid. I come walking over, and the guys just lost it. They were done. They were absolutely, they had had enough. They wanted out. They wanted nothing to do with
Yep.
anything. They threw the girls that were with them at the kid and I. And the kid is just loving every second of this.
Yeah.
I'm trying so hard to keep in character and terrorize the guys, not the screw these girls, man. Like, I don't,
Yeah.
at this point, I don't want you. You're
Yeah.
invisible to me. I want them at this point. They're just making it too easy.
Yep.
Man, obviously chased the guy after the guys because they took off running. As I'm walking back, the girls are walking slowly that way. I looked at them. I was like, this is your huge flag to like never talk to these guys again. It's one thing for them to get scared, but they threw you at the
Yeah, they
problem.
sacrificed you.
they just pushed you in front of the train. So, I mean, do with that information what you will. I'd kind of tell everybody at school if I were you, by like, hey, guess what happened over the weekend? Yeah, let's see how far they get now.
So Stevie Mack said it sounded like I was describing the Burlington County Prison in Mount Holly, New Jersey. So I just Googled it. And this is run by, I think, the county or the state. You can rent this place. $500. Ghost investigations, no groups larger than 15 people. You get 7 p.m. to 12 a.m. as $500. You can rent the courtyard.
That's a really long time.
Well, no, it's only no, because it's to wait. Hold on, I just
7
scrolled
p.m.
and
to
lost it.
12?
12 a.m. No. So it's only 4 hours, right? 5 hours. 5 hours. So it's $100 an hour. But then there's a courtyard, but I have to scroll because there's a little asterisk next to the courtyard. You get 8 hours
Mhm.
for a non-resident. It's $1,500. What do you do in the courtyard? The county reserves. Oh, this is just a security deposit. Wonder what the heck you do in the courtyard. That's that much money, but you get 8 hours in that. I'm gonna look into this some more. And this is like the tiniest web page. It somehow. Here we go. Historic Prison Museum. Oh, the county prison was completed in 1811. The building is virtually fireproof, and it was so well constructed it remained in constant use until 1965.
So X-Men, I would not do a depth perception tank.
What the heck is
That
that?
those are where it's like all you do is float in like a giant coffin. You just float in water and you don't hear anything, you don't see
Oh,
anything, there's nothing. You just float in salt water. I
oh,
don't
I
want to do
totally want to
that.
do that. You do that for relaxation, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a
I
torture, but you do you.
I know two people who have done that, and they both raved about it, and they said how amazing it was. And the one guy I work with, and he didn't. Someone gave him a gift certificate, and he didn't go because he was like, you know, I'm too manly. This is a girl thing. I'm not going to that. But then he felt bad because I guess the place called him, was like, hey, your gift certificate is going to expire. And then he felt bad because the friends who gave it to him spent a bunch of money. So he's like, all right, I guess I got to go. And he told us about, he said it was amazing. He's booked like a ton more sessions after that, that you just get a float there. Because I was like, how are you not drowning?
Mhm.
But I guess there's enough salt water that you float. Although I'm buoyant, so I won't drown anyways. But I totally want to do that.
I don't want to do that. That sounds like that sounds like a nightmare to me. I don't want to be left alone in silence with my thoughts and conscious. If I could sleep, I'm in.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I'm going to fall
I'm
asleep.
not. I don't want to fall asleep in water. That I'm. I don't care if I can drown or not. I don't think my brain is going to care once I'm unconscious. I feel like that's going to be a problem.
Well, see, I asked all these questions because I was like, what if you roll over in your sleep? But I guess the amount of salt that's in there and how buoyant, like they make sure that you're buoyant enough that like you would not physically be able to turn over. Like even if you tried to, you wouldn't be able to do it.
Mm.
And kind of you're laying there and you're not moving, but like in your head you can like make yourself feel like you're like moving around and spinning, and I don't know. Like I said,
Listen, I feel like Final Destination missed a moment by not using a death by deprivation tank because no, no, no. I feel like, listen, Stevie Mac, your suggestion with that absolutely screams to me a Final Destination death right there. Like, that would be that should be the first one that happens after the big accident for the next movie. They should absolutely include that. You're welcome, Hollywood. I just wrote the first single person death for you in the next movie. Like,
see, I have all these things I want to do, but I don't really want to leave my house. And I don't want to have to like call to set things up. Therefore, I don't go do things. I don't want to do it enough to actually go do it. Right? Like things sound fun, but not fun enough to make me really go do it. So,
that's the funniest thing I've ever heard. I don't want to do them enough to leave my house
yep,
or
pretty
arrange for
much.
it to happen. That's
Pretty
great.
much.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, but you have to leave sometimes to do something. Some things are worth getting out for, though. Some things are
I
worth
agree.
it. If
Some
you're
things
willing,
are.
if it's that fun or that important, I should say, because you don't know if it's going to be fun until you actually do it. But
Going on a haunted prison tour, I think that would make me leave my house.
I could do a haunted prison tour. I do a haunted house tour. I don't mind those. Those I could do. I'd leave my house for those. I get on a plane to go do those. See, there you go, Dreadpool. He was just complaining today, I think, or yesterday, that he wanted to go on vacation and it's difficult for him to get me on planes. There you go, Dread. You want to get me on a plane? Take me to a haunted something or another in another
Come,
state.
come up to the Northeast.
No, because it's just anywhere north. Anywhere north left something. We tour about, well, most of those are west after hurricanes and stuff, so. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like flying. That's why I wanna stay in the Northeast.
Stuck in a tin can with a whole bunch of strangers. Really? You don't think that sounds like fun?
No, no. The last time I flew, the little kid in front of me squeezed his water bottle because he's a little kid, and he didn't mean to, And the water shot up right on me, right on my switch and everything. Luckily, it was just a little bit. I wiped it off, whatever. And luckily, the mom was normal and she was very apologetic. She was going to buy me a drink, and I'm like, no, I'm good. Please. Cannot consume any food or beverages until I land. Thank you. I've been to Alaska. Alaska was amazing. Alaska's worth going on a plane for. I'll tell you that much. Alaska is worth getting on a plane.
Yeah, I have some friends in Alaska. So,
Is Trinity from Alaska or she live in Alaska? Didn't she say something about Alaska one day? She can't live in Alaska because recently she said it was 100 degrees.
yeah, no. I think she did at one point. I don't know.
I feel like somebody in our chat told us they're either from Alaska or lived in Alaska, and I thought it was her, but I'm not sure.
I'll be honest, I get so much information in such a short span of time usually. I have a hard time keeping track of things. I'm really bad with that stuff. I'll be honest. I'm terrible.
Okay, people love to tell me about themselves, like to the point that it's uncomfortable because why are you, like, I just met you. Why are you telling me your deepest, darkest secrets? But I tend to remember, like, I'm horrible with names, but like, I remember little details about people. And
Mm-hmm.
then I look like a psycho. Like, at work one time, I saw somebody and I hadn't seen him like 6 months. And I was like, oh, hey, how was the beach vacation? Did you get sunburnt this time? This dude was like freaked out and goes, how'd you know I went to the beach? Dude, because when I saw you 6 months ago, you told me you were going to the beach. Like, but then I'm the weirdo because I actually remembered a conversation from that long ago. And I'm just thinking, oh God, you don't even know all the detail that I remember about that conversation that I'm now not going to say.
See, I'm more or less, I remember faces in random specifics. It's weird. I mean, yeah. Faces and random specifics.
If
But
it's useless information, I'm going to remember it.
yeah, pretty much, yeah. And here's the thing. I am horrible with names. Absolutely
Yeah.
trash with names. And something I got real used to doing and I started was I call everybody, and because of a woman, they get away with it. I'll be honest. I'm pulling that card, pulling that privilege, absolutely. Hon, sweetheart, darling, whatever. Nobody minds. Sweet cheeks.
Well, you know what I've noticed though? I have started I decided one day, like, I don't care. I just straight up tell people, listen, I'm really bad with names. I already forgot what your name is. Can you tell me again? Or when I meet people, I tell them up front, I'm going to have to ask your name multiple times just so you know. Like, it's going to be like I met you 3 times in a row. Like I just tell people, and people normally don't get offended. They're just like, "Oh, okay." I mean, they probably think I'm a psycho afterwards, but whatever.
I usually tell people not to worry about me when they if somebody tells me like, "Oh, I'm like I have a hard time." I'm like, don't even worry about it. I'm trash with names
Yeah,
too. If you just say, "Hey, you," I will absolutely answer to that. Not
yeah,
a care will be given. Hey, dude, I'll even
yep,
answer to bro. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care.
yep.
It is
I'm a
what it
dude.
is.
He's a dude. She's a dude. We're all dudes.
Everybody's dude. Everybody's dude. There is not a single person I've listen. I call children dudes, bros. I talk to little people the same way I talk to adult people. Not cool, bro. Not cool. Yeah.
I called a kid once. I said, "Hey, little dude," and the I don't know if it was their mom, their grandma, whoever the heck it was, got really offended because it was a little girl. And it's like, oh, I didn't mean dude as I thought they were a little boy. I just said dude because dude. Because I really didn't know if it was a boy or a girl. You know, the little kid, generic looking little kid, right? They're all generic looking. So I just, hey, little dude, that was supposed to be all encompassing. Yeah, they got really offended.
Oh no,
Oh well.
Tiny Giant got offended when someone called her a princess. They were welcoming us and like bent down to her. She was a toddler, and they bent down and they were like, "Oh, welcome, little princess. So nice to meet you." She just stiffens up, busts out her chest, and goes, "I'm not a princess. I'm a girl."
Oh,
Right on, kid. Right on.
you tell
Like,
them. Oh,
surprise! Kids are great. They say all
yep.
kinds of things. Yeah, not cares given. No cares. Okay.
I love it.
They say the perfect things, the perfect times. You'd be impressed. All
Yeah.
kids do.
Okay, so I have an article that I have been sitting on for a couple weeks.
Okay. Oh
And
yeah. Okay.
trust me that this is worth it. So I hope everybody's paying attention because this is really just this is an amazing article. Okay. I wonder, Sir Xmas said he DM me. Did he send me something about dying in a deprivation tank?
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Oh
Oh,
my God, I'm gonna die. I wouldn't be surprised. I do remember there was a CSI. I don't remember if it was like CSI Miami, New York. It was one of the CSI shows, but it had somebody die in a deprivation tank.
he
I
did.
mean, they were drugged with like I don't know something. They had poisoned them or something or another. But
He sent me a Wikipedia article for Altered States, a 1980 American science fiction horror film. From a 1978 novel of the same name. It's based in part on John C. Lilly's sensory deprivation research conducted in isolation tanks under the influence of psychoactive drugs like mescaline, ketamine, and LSD. The film features elements of both psychological horror and body horror. Well, not going to go down the rabbit hole of this one.
that sounds about right. I mean,
Oh.
that sounds about right.
Yeah. Okay, so this article. Okay, I hope everyone's paying attention because I'm telling you, this is worth it. I'm going to read the headline and the byline. Okay, woman's 7-year nightmare after partner farted in my face. A joke from an ex-partner left a woman in 7 years of pain because of the worst thing I have ever smelled. Now you know why I've been holding on to this for weeks, because how can you read that headline and just let it go? Yep.
I want you to say that again. I don't know if I'm processing what I heard correctly. I just
You heard the words, but you were like, there's no way that's what she just said. Woman's 7-year nightmare after partner farted in my face. A joke from an ex partner left a woman in 7 years of pain because of the worst thing I have ever smelled. She got, right? I read this, I'm like, how are you? How are you in pain from a fart to your face? What is going on? Apparently, she got an infection. Okay, so she had. Oh gosh. So here's it. She was lying in bed. So they were in a hotel room. She had surgery. She had knee surgery. No, the article says she has knee surgery, but she made a video. She had, I believe, she had ankle surgery, but it doesn't here nor there. For some reason, they were in a hotel room and she was recovering from surgery. So her boyfriend farted in her face, and that's what she thought it was, but she didn't know. So for years, she said for 7 years, she's been battling sinus infections.
So he's been farting in her face every night?
No, this one time. So for 7 years, she's been battling these sinus infections, and she has been going to the doctor. She's gone, I don't know how many times. Okay? And
hold on a second. My intrusive thoughts are taking over. Give me a minute. Did he shit a pebble and shit ailment or something? Oh my god!
But wait, that's kind of what it is, though, right? So she said.
7 years, holy shit! Oh my god!
I've had a persistent sinus infection ever since he and I stayed in a hotel one night after I had surgery and he farted terribly. I couldn't breathe, saying she never smelt gas so vile. There's not anything that even compares to that. Okay? So she had facial pain, stuffy nose, thick green snot, and a fever. And she had all these tests and they couldn't figure it out. She's been to 4 ear, nose, and throat specialists. They couldn't figure it out. Okay. So they finally swabbed her nose and she had E. coli in her nose. So I guess the E. coli went into her sinuses.
Oh okay. My god.
Hold on, I gotta reload the page. Oh no, what happened? The page didn't load fully. What? Because there's a quote at the end of this that I read this article previously. What is going on? Hold on. I gotta open this in a different browser because I have to get this to fully load to tell you the whole story on what happened.
I can't. I can't. This whole thing is so. Oh my god. 7 years and nobody. Oh my god.
Well, I want to know too, like, why did it take 7 years for them to take a swab and see what the heck is going on? You know what I mean? That's kind of weird. Yeah, so you normally don't get E. coli in your sinuses because the E. coli is from poop. Okay? So then she says, so I don't know, how does it get in your sinuses unless you have a boyfriend who farts disgustingly and you are forced to inhale it because you're immobile after ankle surgery? Okay, so this is what she said happened. She is laying in bed with her ankle raised, and her boyfriend was undressing, preparing to get into the bed next to hers. So he was not wearing any clothes, and he was standing between the two beds. His butt was facing me, and that is when the fart happened. She stressed he was not intending to fart in my face. He was just getting in bed, and her face happened to be in the path of the fart that was released. When I say it was the worst fart I have ever smelled in my life, I truly mean that.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I want to know.
What
is going on with this guy's life that he wasn't even trying to get it in her face and it still blasted her in the face. Like, right? If you're standing between the beds, like, what kind of force is coming out there, man?
I can't even. Oh my god.
She made a whole video about this. This is from Australia, which I guess that really shouldn't surprise you.
It's no. There's no way. I mean, dude, like, did she? What the hell?
She
No,
she thinks it had to do
no.
with the fact that she had just had surgery and like her immune system was kind of compromised. Because there was some doctor that says, it's very unlikely for this to happen. So he doesn't quite tell her that she's making it up, but he says, you can share a room or even a bed with someone and not worry about developing a 7-year sinus infection from their digestive habits.
Oh my god. First of all, I would have killed him regardless of whether or not I can move. This is exactly why you need to practice your aim. You need to be able to throw things and hit your target. You need to be able to shoot things and hit your target. Oh my god. That's first up. Like, that's, you can tell she didn't have siblings, because if she had siblings, she
Yeah.
would have been absolutely throwing something at this mo.
See,
Because
I don't even care if this is real or not. I really don't care. I don't care if this is a fake story. I think it's amazing. And I think you're right. If she had siblings, even being laid up in bed, she would have found something to throw at them. She would have smacked them. Something.
here's the thing, I would have tricked that. Oh, it hit the mark. I would have tricked that motherfucker into handing me something to tag his ass with. Absolutely. As dreadful. I mean, I would absolutely be all sweet about it too. Be like, can you hand me that lotion bottle right there next to you, sweetheart? Can you hand me that body spray, sweetheart? I just want to make sure I smell nice. Oh, yeah. As soon as he hands it to me, bink, bink, right to the forehead. You're going to fart naked? Oh my God. Near my. Oh, bro. The amount of I'm going to whoop that ass is unreal. Because, yes, absolute pink eye, bro. Pink eye. I wouldn't even be thinking of an infection in my nostrils. I'd be absolutely thinking of the assault to my senses. But pink eye. Oh, no, farting near somebody's head is not okay. And he knew damn well what he was doing. He did that shit on purpose. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. He was naked and did it too. He knew what he was doing. That's all there is to it.
See, I agree with you because if you're in a hotel room and you're changing and your partner's in the bed next to you, and of all the places to get naked to change, it's directly in between the beds and your butt right by their face.
Why are you
You have the
changing on
whole
the side of
room.
the bed I'm laying on?
That's
Why
what I'm
are
saying.
you
You
getting
have the
naked right
whole
there?
room. Why are you? Yeah, that's
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 weird. That's weird. Why are you doing that? Why are you
because
changing?
it's on purpose.
People,
That's
yeah,
why.
exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. My argument stands. There's no one that can argue against it because they know it's right. They know it's true because he was probably pissed off at her about something else, didn't think about it. Yeah, I don't know about that, Cougar Man. I'm not going to say that. She might have just been mean to him. She might have already hit him or something, throwing something at him. Who knows? She might have thrown her own leverage at him already. Can't say that. And yes, no, I don't think I necessarily would have broken up with somebody whose farts smell bad, but I would absolutely fart or
Tell us how you would assault him. The truth
oh
slips out.
god. Oh my god, that's great. Uh, I would have broken up with somebody who assaulted me with their farts, like rolled up the windows in the car type shit. Yeah, farting in my head. What the hell? Oh my god.
Like I said, I don't even give a crap if it's true, not true. This is an amazing article. I love it. And this lady, I mean, she made a whole video. She has an article. Like, if it is fake, this is dedication, right? Because if I'm making up a story about myself, that's not the story I'm making up.
That is the funniest. I mean, it leads to interesting conversations any way you look at it, honestly. I can't even be mad at it because this whole conversation.
Did you see Stevie Mac said, looks like Dredd is buying some of those mint smelling underwear soon? Maybe the charcoal underwear so it absorbs the odor.
Oh my god, I want to know who stinks that badly they need to buy stink proof underwear. What are they doing to those draws, man? Are those the people that aren't wiping?
The guy was on the radio show.
Oh my god.
Yeah, if you're buying that underwear because you have a daily problem that you're like, I gotta prepare for this. I don't know who said it. I think David R did. He used the word sharticles. I thought that was a great word. I don't even know where the comment is anywhere. So I was trying to find. I can't find it, but yeah, I think that was a wonderful word.
Oh my god. That's too funny. That's too much.
Gotta start pressure washing down there.
Oh my god.
Right. I know, just
Cause I said the same. I'm thinking the same thing. There's mint smelling underwear. I mean, I'm intrigued by this. Is it cool? Does it feel cool on your bits and pieces? Because I mean, I might be in for something like that. Where I live, it gets hot.
oh.
So
Okay, so I googled mint smelling underwear. The first result is for Toodles, the number one flatulence filtering undies, and it's got yes, it has a the charcoal patch on it. Oh, we're looking at this now. Oh, help him stay classy even when things get gassy.
that's too funny. That's
Over
too much.
10,000 lives saved from silent but deadly situations.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, frequently asked questions. Does Toodles act like a muffler? Sadly, no. Oh my god.
That is a surprising question, and probably good to know.
Oh, this is hilarious. This
I bet you any money there's underwear that claims to silence farts. I'll bet you money. I feel like there is.
okay. This go ahead and
What's
pass
that
gas. We've got you covered. And that little photo is of two dudes leaving an elevator.
Mm-hmm.
That's like you got some faith in your carbon underwear there. They make it for different styles. Interesting. Um, they have a little diagram of the best postures to use for the
Mm.
most effective filtering situation. Oh.
Fart cans. They still have fart spray. I don't know about cans. I don't remember cans of fart.
Oh, there's a company called Shreddies.
I don't even. That just sounds gross. I don't want to know. Shreddies. That's
That sounds like more's coming out than just
yeah,
air.
yeah. That sounds nasty. That sounds like you got a
Oh,
problem.
oh, this is hilarious. This is hilarious. Here's see all the things that you learn. All of you would well, who was it? Was it Stevie Mack who knew about it? The rest of us would never know about this. That they make mint underwear.
Listen, there. I'm learning things I don't want to know. How's that? I'm learning things I didn't need to know. These are problems I don't have. Issues I don't need to solve. Like,
So Perry said the 90-day fiance lady farted in jars and sold them. Did I tell you about that article? Did we talk about this that one week? I don't
I
even remember if we did.
I don't know if I think we did because I do know about this. I
She
know
yeah,
about the
she
whole
went to
thing.
the ER thinking she was having a heart attack when really she had so much gas built up inside of her because she was eating like beans and Taco Bell. She was just eating everything to make her fart because she was selling jars of it on the internet.
That's
And she
gross.
made, I forget how much money she made. I want to say she made like 500,000 or maybe $250,000 a year, but she said she was going to quit. Dude, I'd just find a better way to do it. For that much money?
I
I mean,
mean, yeah, do it if it makes
and,
you money, but still, I wouldn't. I wouldn't get a trash diet for it. That's stupid.
well, okay. I read the article and then I was trying to think of the logistics of this. Couldn't you just knock out a whole year's worth of jars in one weekend? And I've never bought a fart in a jar. Does
Hmm.
it even really smell? Do you even have to do anything? Can't you just buy the fart in a can and like I don't know, have your dog eat something gross? I don't know. I'm just thinking there's got to be an easier way to do it than putting yourself in the ER. For $250,000 a year, I'd find that. Trust me, I would find the way. Until I, yeah.
Okay, why are there bacon flavored under? Why is there bacon flavored anything? If it's not bacon, why is it? Why is there bacon flavor? That's just so weird. If they're not using bacon or bacon grease for it, that's just weird.
I want to know how much is this mint or bacon flavor? Like you're stuck in an elevator with someone. Are you there going? Why why does
You
it smell like
imagine,
bacon?
you
Like
imagine
can you
getting hot and sweaty while you're in the elevator because the bacon.
You get yes, the elevator gets stuck and you're in there for hours and the guy's getting nervous and
Oh
he's
my
getting all hot and
god.
then the bacon smells coming out and then the mint
Yeah.
smells coming from the lady.
Yeah. Oh my god, that'd be amazingly
Sharksman
hilarious.
just sent me the Amazon link for only $11.87. You can buy liquid ass prank fart spray. This is a very small bottle for $12. But I'd buy this for $12 and spray it in the jar, and then I'd have someone pay me $250,000 a year. Like I don't know what that lady was doing.
Listen, I feel like a lot of things are with the farts, do whatever. I mean, I don't, yeah, I got the same question because I don't know what kind of people are buying this fart in a jar. And I got problems with that because what kind of fucked up are you that you're spending like decent money on fart in a jar? I don't care if it's only $5. I still got questions. Why are you weird enough to waste $5 on like my old pickle jar that I say is full of a fart? That's just weird.
Uh,
And
s-
as far as the underwear goes, I feel like there's a missed opportunity with that. If it's got to be vanilla cake scented and vanilla and cake flavored. And when it heats up because you're sweating, it should absolutely be. Wave a nice cake aroma around you. That would be hilarious. That's a missed opportunity.
You know the actress Sydney Sweeney?
Hmm.
She's selling her bath water.
She's not the first one. There was
This is saying these people
some
buy.
YouTuber or
I
something
just try
that
to
did that
Google it to see
ages
how much
ago.
it cost because I don't know how much she was charging for this. It doesn't say, but um, and I don't know if I want to go on a website that's actually going to give me a price. But I don't know who's buying bathwater, who's buying farts in a jar. I don't care. But if somebody was going to pay me for it, I'm finding a way to game the system and I'm selling it.
Oh my god. Blazing Saddles is an amazing movie. And okay, apparently the bacon underwear lasts through multiple wash sessions. Does it get that? Give me a second.
I love that you can't even talk about it. I love it.
Can you give it that nice Tide Pod? Oh my god! Holy shit! Oh, I mean, can you imagine bacon flavored underwear and just give it that nice pod detergent pod taste to go with? Oh my god! We're gonna have more assholes trying to eat Tide Pods and shit. This underwear is gonna create a problem. It's the next vape cigarettes. Just flavored underwear. Oh my god. Oh, that's too much. That is just too much. I've my eyes are watering so bad I'm fucking crying. I'm sorry. I can't. This is too much. I can't. I'm just my mind's just running with jokes on this thing, but like all the different. You definitely need to get vanilla cake flavored. Ooh, chocolate brownies. Yes. Can you imagine?
Again, you all it's you're in the middle of a Texas summer. And you're in the elevator that gets broken down, and as it's going on, and everyone starts to sweat, and all of a sudden everyone's starting to smell like something. You got one guy smelling like mint, somebody smelling like bacon, someone smelling like brownies. You're the one person who doesn't have it, and you're like, what the hell is going on?
Oh my god. It'd be like the when everybody was smoking the flavored vapes
Yes.
ages ago, and you were walking around the corner thinking, "Oh, I smell cupcakes. Oh, I smell pie. Oh, I smell." It's like, nope, it's just some douche named Daryl smoking a vape pen. Sorry, Daryl. This is just the first name that popped into my.
I don't know, Daryl sounds like a good name for that.
Hey, it rhymes. It's D&D. D&D. Okay, that's weird that there's soap with her in $8 bars now for 2000. See, people got problems. This is what I'm saying. I can't. These people are crazy, man.
Imagine you get rich because you're like a reseller on eBay, and they're like, "What did you resell?" I resold Sydney Sweetie's bath soap, bathwater soap. So I put you through college, kids. Uh, Ew, Sir X, why would you want a fart flavored vape? Everyone's trying to come up with ways to not smell it, and you're ready to just taste it and inhale it.
To be fair, people are buying farts in jars, so in bath water nowadays. I mean, this isn't even the first time I've heard of this. There was ages ago. There was some like I don't know. She was a porn star or I don't know. She was a streamer or something. YouTube. I just remember that she sold her bathwater for like a stupid amount of money, and she legit sold dirty bathwater. And all I could remember thinking is like, seriously, people were buying it for like $50 or $100 a jar or something ridiculous. And I was
Enough creeps in this world.
I don't know if I want to be like, I know it sounds like free money, easy money, and I'm down for it for the most part. But part of me is like, what kind of crazy is buying bathwater and farts in a jar? And is this kind of crazy having a functioning brain cells rubbed together to do something, I don't know, real weird and I don't know, maybe not socially acceptable in most circumstances
I
or
don't
all
care. We all know I'd
circumstances.
get paid. If someone was going to pay me for it, hell yeah. Churning out that bathwater like no other. Stevie Max said, nothing sounds like true love more than meeting your future ex wife down at your local Walmart while wearing your bacon scented underwear and your best get her done shirt.
Oh my god.
If you have a large dog with sharp teeth, don't wear the bacon flavored underwear around.
Oh my god. I that would be plenty of people have gotten married in all kinds of weird situations. So someone meeting and telling that story at their wedding, I can absolutely see. I can see it written into vows. I can hear it now, can't you?
Can you imagine that? How'd you meet? Oh, well, I was buying her bathwater and we struck up a friendship and it turned into true love.
Hmm. Oh my god. Does it? No, it doesn't say that. Does it really? If you have a large dog with sharp teeth, you should not wear bacon flavored underwear. Well, I would think not. But how does it do against like canines when you're like walking through the airport near all the dogs and stuff? How's that gonna go?
Imagine you rob a bank and the only reason you get caught is because that's the day you wore your bacon flavored underwear and the dogs go crazy and catch you fast.
Oh my god! Imagine trying to run with them on. No, I just see like take them off. Just lose your pants as you're right. Oh god, not again.
Wait a second, how are you getting your underwear off when you're trying to run from the cops?
I mean, I've seen
I guess you have a pocket
foot
knife and you're
cases.
cutting
I've
it?
listen. Cops used to be one of my favorite shows. I've watched. Still is one of my favorites. I love watching the cop videos. They're funny. I've seen people running and trying to take their clothes off to like throw the dogs off their trail. So I can absolutely see someone trying to lose their underwear on the run. So, and I can see the dog getting distracted by it.
Okay, so here's the thought. I'm going to commit a crime and I'm wearing a Tyvek suit, but my Tyvek suit smells like bacon. So then, as I'm running, I shed the Tyvek suit and I just have my regular clothes on. Am I going to be able, are the dogs going to still be able to find me?
I mean, depends
Maybe I
on if
need
the
multiple
underwear
Tyvek suits, though.
just
I,
depends.
I probably need two Tyvek suits because I need one that smells like bacon that I shed. Then I need one that I take off, but I carry it with me because that one's going to have my scent on it because it was on my clothes. So that's why I need like the buffer Tyvek suit. So that way my bacon suit won't have my scent on it also. Hmm. Okay, who wants to be the guinea pig and who wants to test this out? How many Tyvek suits do you need to shed to not get detected by the dogs? who volunteers.
I'm out.
Not me.
I'm out. I'm not running. I'm the one always causing the problem, so I don't run.
Listen, you don't even need to send a dog after me. Like, just send like somebody on like in a motorized scooter could catch up to me. I mean, the fat cop is going to catch up to me. You don't need to send a dog.
I mean, who's trying to do anything that's going to get you in trouble anyway? That involves getting up, like making plans, doing
You gotta leave.
following
You gotta
rules.
leave the house, right? So we all know it's not me. I'm not committing crimes simply because I'm not leaving my house. Who was the criminal? Well, it wasn't Pink Pickles because she hasn't left her house in 3 days.
I'll do stuff, but not that stuff. I got other plans. I'm already busy. Oh, jeez. Too funny.
Aren't you so glad I found that article? Look how we just went off the rails at this point.
It is so far off the rails. No, see, I knew there was a streamer hot tub water for $100 a jar.
See, here's the thing. Here's what I want to know. How are you ever going to know if that's her hot tub water? She could be putting tap water in there. How would you ever know? How do you know you're buying somebody's bathwater? You just don't know. It's water.
I would imagine it looks a little cloudy at least. It can't just be clean water.
You could go down to the public pool and just take some water out of there. I mean,
Well, it's supposed to be from a hot tub. Hot tub waters, I mean, it's clear when the hot tub's running stuff, but when you don't run hot tub water, it gets funky. So, I imagine even in a jar, it gets weird.
things we'll never find out.
Oh, Jesus Christ. So, are there any other interesting articles you read? Because I'm not reading that.
Okay, so the other one, this is from the end of May, I think.
Hmm.
So this was in the Netherlands, which this I don't know. You may be jealous of it, or you may be like, oh crap, I can never eat Haribo gummies again. So apparently in the Netherlands, they had to recall a bunch of Happy Cola Fizz sweets, which are made by Haribo. So they're just little cola flavored and shaped gummies.
Hmm.
So several people, including children, suffered health complaints such as dizziness after eating sweets from some of the packages.
Hmm.
Yeah, there was weed in them. Somehow they got weed gummies in the regular old Haribo cola gummies. Yeah.
The
And
DARE program could have prevented this. Just
like I
saying.
said, this may be something where you may be jealous that you didn't get free weed gummies. But then my thought was, imagine that you're in a job where you get drug testing. You don't do drugs, but you eat Haribo Cola
Imagine.
Fizz gummies, and now you eat them on a Sunday, and then you get popped for a random drug test Monday. You're screwed.
Well, I think in the Netherlands, I don't think it's. I don't know. I
I
think
mean,
the
what if it happened
Netherlands is
here? Yeah,
kind
I
of.
don't know. I don't know what their rules are, laws are, but like,
Yeah.
imagine that happened here. That was what my thought was. But again, what's with all these kids eating? Like, this was kids ate the gummies with the weed. We had right. There were multiple stories of the Jello shots in schools. Like, how are all these kids just getting all this stuff?
See, and here's the problem. This is where I'm going to. I'm gonna have people that will agree with me. And I'm gonna piss people off. I feel like this is the adults' responsibilities that should have stepped in. Now, I'm not saying as far as the gummies accidentally being tainted. I myself have given my kid or other kids gummies without trying one from the bag. I eat them oftentimes because I like candy,
Well,
but I don't
too,
necessarily think to myself, "Oh, I'm testing out the gummies,"
why would
just
you
because I
think
was
that
saying,
gummy bears, right? If you buy normal
yeah,
gummy bears, you would have no reason to think that they're not normal gummy bears.
yeah, no. I'm saying though, like the adults in question in this case, in this particular case, this is the people at the company's fault for not paying more attention to what the hell is going on in their factories, because we all know these are factories happening,
Yeah.
and their shipping practices and their packing practices and things. And this isn't the first time they've been contaminated with things they shouldn't be contaminated with. Why aren't they paying more attention to what's going on and stepping in when there's a problem before it leaves the warehouses to begin with? These products should not be making it onto the shelf and in people's hands, because these are also the same people who are funding bills and things that say, oh, we need harsher, we need better warning labels on the sides of tobacco and alcohol. We need more warnings on marijuana candy and things like that, medications and whatnot. It's not the people in the house necessarily in our warning labels that are causing the problems. It's the companies that's supplying the problems to begin with that's that fault, but they always want to put it off on the little person because it's easier than taking fault for it.
Well, the police said that drug smugglers were increasingly using children's sweets as cover and cited several examples of gangs injecting THC into candy. Copies of Haribo's popular gummy bears containing THC can also be found online. Okay, whatever, but there's no way a gang is giving away free THC gummies. You know what I mean? Like, that's not.
No, no. It's like they come out with the same article every year around October of,
Yes.
oh, check the kids' candies for, tainted drugs
Yeah, no
or,
one's no one's giving away
needles
free drugs.
or, yeah, or even needles or nails in candy. They could be dangerous if you don't check the candy. First of all, the few times that people have gotten tainted candy, it's usually the adult that's with the kid to begin with. So, like you said, nobody's handing over free drugs. If they're a bad person with alarmist quantity of drugs, I guarantee they're selling said drugs. They're not
Yeah.
handing them out in the
Yeah.
hope that somebody's going to do it one time, get addicted, and know exactly where to go to get them. Makes sense, guys.
Perry said in sixth grade, a kid bring Italian chocolates with alcohol in them because he didn't know there was alcohol. He just thought it was chocolates, and he gave them out to everyone in the class. And the kid got suspended for 3 days.
He shouldn't have got it suspended, especially since he didn't know. That's pretty funny, though.
Yeah. So I saw an episode of Law and Order. This is ages ago. The guy, a baby died, and it turns out that the formula was laced with cocaine. They're trying to figure out why is there cocaine in the baby's formula. It turns out some guy, I guess, needed some extra money, so he got caught up with drug dealers, and they were putting cocaine in the formula as a way to smuggle it. So he had in his house like the formula they use at the bottom, and then he had the formula at the top because he's waiting for the guy to come pick up the formula. Well, the house cleaner was over, and I forget if it was her kid or her nephew, something, but whatever. They couldn't afford formula, so she stole the bottle, a container of formula from the guy, and it was the tainted formula.
Oh my god. I remember hearing about tainted formula a while back, but it was just bad formula. And I think I heard of like one or two cases of it being drugs. But I mean,
Yeah.
oh, Jesus.
But again, that would be, I mean, and that's obviously Law and Order. It's sensationalized. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, But yeah, that's the guy had just cocaine filled formula in his house. And it's like he had a kid too. So it's like, man, you're lucky your wife didn't take the wrong container of it. Like, what the hell is wrong with you?
Ugh.
She left it in the box in the garage or something.
Listen, drugs are gross. Drugs are just, like, especially a lot of that stuff is just so gross. Cocaine's, a lot of it's tainted with human corpse
Ew.
because it's transported at some point in time in a corpse or touches a
Ew.
cadaver or somebody touches a cadaver and touches it. So at one point in
Yeah,
time,
that's gross.
it was something like over 80% of all cocaine circulating around the U.S. had been in a dead body. Ugh.
What a fun statistic that is. Oh.
We had, do we have it still? I don't know. We had at one point, one of the museums had a drug exhibit thing, and it discussed a whole bunch of the facts of random drugs and things, and that was one of them. It
It's a
was
fact
like,
that's stuck in my
that's
head too, though.
nasty.
Yeah.
I mean, I honestly, I'm not even sure if it's necessarily true or if it's just propaganda to keep people from doing drugs. Either way, I don't want to find out.
Working.
That's just gross. So I'm good. Thanks anyway. Just like I don't have to know their line about this. Meth is essentially the idiot down the street playing chemist with things underneath your sink to clean with.
Yep.
That just sounds like a great time. I feel like I don't know how some of those people. I don't know how any of them are still living life. Isn't that supposed to be bad for you? Aren't you not supposed to mix that stuff? I don't know how lighting it on fire inhaling it's any better
I
for
think
you.
that's how a lot of them blow their house up.
Oh God, people are crazy. They're weird.
Yeah.
They're weird. Anyway, so oh,
Here, in a bit of happy news. This is not weird news. This just made me happy, so I've had it open on my phone. So I'm just going to share the happy news with everybody.
oh,
Despite there being a global decline in puffins, a record number of puffins have been recorded on a small island off the Pembrokeshire coast, which I'm assuming is it's in Wales.
mhm.
So it's a puffin conservation success story. I love puffins; they're adorable. I'm happy that somehow conservation is working and the numbers are up. Little feel good story for the end of the night, so we don't leave you with all the other stuff. We'll leave you with happy little puffin thoughts.
Puffins are adorable.
They are.
If I had a picture, would I pull it up for you guys? But
I want to go on like a puffin cruise or something. I gotta go away in the fall so I can go see puffins. I think that's what I need to do in my life. They're cute. I need to see them in person. I think you see them in the fall. I don't even know. I've never seen them.
no, no. I like penguins though.
Oh yeah. See penguins though, like you can see penguins in an aquarium. I've never seen a puffin at a zoo. Like I don't know if you can go see puffins anywhere unless you go to where the puffins live.
I don't. I really don't know. I think they're endangered, so I don't think you can see them in the zoo. Honestly.
I don't know. Puffins can be found along the northeastern coast of the United States and parts of the Pacific Northwest during their breeding season from April to August.
Hmm.
The best what? The best places to see them include Maine, Massachusetts, New York, Washington, Oregon, and Alaska. Where in New York are puffins?
Get
Gull
on it.
Island. Where the heck is Gull Island? Well,
Oh,
I got more homework to do, and I gotta go look this up to find out.
damn.
Oh, it's Gull Island's down in Long Island. It's just only a couple hours away. Although I don't know if you're allowed to go there, but
Want to bet?
I don't know if you're legally allowed to go there.
I mean, want to bet? You'd be surprised at places you can go with people you know. Oh, I'm just kidding. This isn't Dr. Seuss.
There's an island in Massachusetts, so I have to see where that is. I've been to Maine, but I haven't been there in puffin season. So in Massachusetts, it's off Cape Cod. I've never been to Cape Cod. Oh, that's far away for me. That's on like the eastern end of Massachusetts.
The cutest. I found the cutest picture, and I can't get it to expand. Put it on the screen. That sucks. Oh well. I tried.
Well, if you guys don't know what a puffin looks like, Google them. They're adorable.
Yeah, it's kind of cute.
Maine has the largest Atlantic puffin population in the United States. Perry, we need to go. We need to go to Maine. Oh, see, Gull Island, New York. The small island southeast of Long Island has around 8 puffin pairs. It's only accessible by private boat. It does not offer puffin watching tours, but bold birders with access to a seaworthy private vessel could try viewing in the summer. No, thank you. See, this is why I have to. Barry said I'm good. See, this is why I have to win the lottery so I could go on my baby animal world tour. And even if the puffins aren't babies, I'm going to see them anyways.
I want to see what their behavior is. I want to read what their behavior is before I decide whether or not I want to go and see them. Because some of those animals, the way they behave in the wild is pretty nasty. Pretty nasty.
Sir X-Men has never heard of a puffin.
They're adorable.
Are you alive? Like, how have you never heard of a puffin?
There's a penguin.
Hold on a second here. Okay, where's this?
Well,
do you see the puffin?
There you go.
Do you see this, Sir X-Man? Is there a puffin over my face?
Yes.
Look how cute that is.
It is cute.
It's a cute little puffin. See, Perry, why don't you want to go see this cute little puffin?
Maybe he's heard it's got some wild.
True, baby. Yeah, baby puffins are jerks.
They're nasty in the wild. They're a little nasty. Some animals are absolute sideshow freaks, man. They're not all cute and cuddly as like they look.
True. I love koalas, and I don't think that you want to go cuddle koalas. I don't think they're the right.
What is it, syphilis or chlamydia? Chlamydia. Koalas have chlamydia.
Yeah. Perry just said, "Who's gonna watch my cute little cats?" I mean, it is true. We do have cute little cats. I'm obsessed with them.
A friend.
They're adorable.
Phone a friend. Phone a homie.
My cute little cats.
It'll be fine.
I can't believe you never heard of a puffin.
2 days is more than enough time.
Wombats. Yeah, wombats are adorable, but they'll bite you. Remember that video of that dude giving a wombat the medicine? He bites he's got the little, like, what's it called? The little injector thing?
Syringe?
Yeah, thank you. It's got like a big syringe, and the wombat just bites the syringe off. It's great. Oh my god, meant to hold a koala. How'd you hold a koala? Where'd you have to go for that? See, I also want to be a koala. They sleep like 23 hours a day, which sounds amazing. That's right, he was a farting wombat. I forgot about that. He was not wearing mint underwear.
Man, animal farts are pretty rank too. Honestly, I said it as my dog sits down there, hoping, praying.
You went to Australia and the animals didn't kill you?
They're not that bad. It's wildlife's not that bad. It's around, but you do.
I bet Australia, that must be a fun trip. I've never been. I never will go.
I might go, might be persuaded to go, but there are things I don't think I'd be very interested in doing. Let's put it that way. I'm not staying out in a cabin in like some
In the outback?
animal refugee thing. Like, no, I'm good. Don't want to have to. And I want to know, do I have to check my shoes if I'm staying in a hotel in the city? That's my big question. Do I have to worry about
That's a good,
big
yeah.
ass spiders in the hotels in the city?
It's
Because that's
Australia. I
my
would
thing.
check. I would check just to be sure.
I don't know. I don't know. But you know, I have no interest in going to New York because I don't feel like being in the city specifically because I don't feel like seeing rats that are the size of small dogs.
I don't think I've ever seen a rat in New York City, to tell you the truth. Although to be fair, I haven't been looking for them, so I don't because I very rarely go to New York City. Why would I mean? There's no point in going. But
I don't
the
have to look
times
for them. I seem to see them randomly. Don't need to look. So I've seen some big. Louisiana has some big ass.
yeah,
What I heard, remember that news story about
eating the
them
drugs,
having the yeah. Not surprising to me, they have rats, huge rats.
huge
I think I even
drug-fueled
said that.
rats.
Yeah, I think I even told that story back then. Saw a rat the size of a dog. Thought it was a cat or a dog. It sat in the middle of the road, not giving one care that we were walking towards it or nothing. Just looked over at us. I was like, "Oh, what is that?" And it was like, "Oh my god!" And it didn't care. It just slowly walked away. Like, yeah,
What are you
I
gonna do
was
about
just
it?
showing you what I was. Like, it was just making it appear it's like not a care in the world. I was like, yeah, I am nope. Ugh. Oh, what do you do? What do you do? Oh my god. I mean, in particular, like, man, what do you do? My dog would naturally want to go and hunt those. I don't know if that's a good idea necessarily because it'd be bigger
You know,
than him. So
Sir X-Men has a good point. You have anaconda snakes and alligators. Is a dog-sized rat worse than an alligator?
yes,
Why?
alligators aren't chilling in my neighborhood necessarily all over the place. I feel like a lot of times I'm going to say something controversial yet again because that's what I do. I feel like a lot of times when you hear of them eating pets, um, people are near water and not paying attention as well as they probably should be because a 12-foot gator doesn't come out of nowhere. It's there, my guy. Like, I mean, you can't miss that. So, I mean, obviously you can miss it, but it
How's that any different than just a dog rat?
hmm?
How's that any different than a dog rat? A rat dog. I don't know which way
Well,
I'd say it.
that's the thing. There is no difference, but I can see a rat. I saw that sized rat in the city. It was in the middle of New Orleans. So I mean, like just chilling, walking around, not caring. So
How do
I
I
mean,
feel? I don't know. I feel like the alligator is more likely to kill me than the rat. And an
I'm
alligator is
not
still
hanging
bigger than a
out.
dog-sized rat.
I'm not hanging out near the water all the time with my dog. I don't bring my dog over to the water. So, I mean, my dog lives with me in the city. So, there's the difference. Like, yeah, we have ponds and stuff, and yeah, I know there's gators in them. I don't take my dog over to that block. That
Okay.
gator's not traveling. It does travel in between the retention ponds. Do not get me wrong, but they're usually not climbing into fences. Really, they're usually taking the easiest path. And again, there's a road and a sidewalk. If I see even an 8-foot alligator come strolling towards me, I think I'm gonna notice him.
So you're
When
saying
you saw a
it's
gator strolling down the street, why do you think there's video of them walking down the road and
yeah.
like they ring people's doorbells and go in our pools and stuff. There's videos of them. Why? Because most people don't miss a 6, 8, 12
So
foot
you're saying
gator.
it's easier to avoid a gator than it is a giant rat.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
There's 4 rats that hang out in the sewer that we know of.
Well, listen,
With their
since
master.
I found out about these places with
He's a
these
rat.
rat infestations are having rats on like cocaine and meth and stuff, I really don't want to go hang out where these giant rats are hanging. Yes, I'm taking the gators, the anacondas, the hand-sized spiders any day over a cocaine fueled rat that's
I'll
the
take a
size of a small dog. Thank you very much.
I'll take a cocaine rat. I'll just throw him a pizza or something. I don't know. Right?
I
Just
don't
throw
know,
him.
man. I feel like that might be a problem.
Uh,
I feel like they'd be a problem. Although, well, aren't Pablo Escobar's old hippos? Where are his hippos? Where are they
they're
at in
somewhere in South
causing the
America.
problem? Is that where they are? South America?
Yeah.
He's got cocaine fueled hippos
Yeah,
that are like
true.
generations down the line that are
I'd be
like
killed by a
really
cocaine filled
violent.
hippo because they're adorable. They're gonna murder you even not on cocaine, so I'm toast.
Yeah, yeah.
See again, in my house there's no rats, there's no alligators, there's no snakes, there's no hippos. So I'm good because I'm inside. Uh, All
Uh,
right, so I need to look up puffins this week. What I need to look up. I need to look up prison tours, abandoned haunted prison tours is what I need to look up.
ah, either that or asylum. You
Yeah.
can put aside haunted asylum, abandoned asylums, or what's another tuberculosis wards, retired tuberculosis wards. A lot of them usually are that.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't personally get a lot of snakes because of my dog. My dog
Takes care
hunts
of
a
that
lot of that
problem.
stuff. Yeah, he gets super proud of it too. I mean, he'll come over and show you after the fact. You don't even know what he's doing. So, um, but there are some. We do have an issue with pythons. They are an invasive species. So we have hunting python licenses in season. Or actually, I think they might even pay you for it. I remember at one point they were paying people for it because they're invasive.
Okay, so you go on a first date with someone.
Hmm.
Would you rather the person tell you that they became a millionaire by selling their jarred farts or by killing enough pythons? Who's getting the second date?
Honestly, I think the python.
I like how you had to think about that for a while. It wasn't a clear answer. You really had to give it some thought there.
I mean, I was thinking like easy money over doing something, but I like the idea of, yeah, I like the idea of getting out doing something active like that, and I know what goes into hunting. So yeah, no, I prefer the hunting, and the fart would be easy, super easy money, but which would mean he'd have more time, but that would mean he'd have more time to do nothing but worry about what you're doing. So yeah, I think I'm going with the python guy for sure, for sure. It'd be fun.
Do you want to go out on the
Work one
python
night.
hunts with
Oh yeah,
them?
at least once. I don't know if I do it all the time,
Yeah.
nah. But I go at least like I might go once just for the hell of it. I mean, going out there is fun. It's not. I like doing things like that every once in a while. So it's been a while since I've been out to the Everglades. Haven't been to the marshland in a while. Why not?
Maybe you need a summer trip.
I mean, I could very well be going. Like, yeah, it would be something to do over the summer. My dog's good at what he does, and like I said, he gets proud of himself too. So he even hunts frogs. I don't appreciate him doing that.
Death Dealer, here's my flight info. Please make sure the dog is available.
Mm. He learned not to mess with lizards and geckos and things. That one was a bit of a rough lesson for him. He had to learn that one twice to make sure. Yeah, there's a gecko that if your dog eats it or bites it or something, even it can go flying to the clouds for a few hours. It'd be
Hmm.
nice and mellow as all get out. And he had to make that mistake twice. I feel like the second time he did it on purpose because he
Yeah.
had fun. But yeah, yeah, he sat up for that one. He was like, "What are you doing? What you say? There's a gecko somewhere. What's that? Get excited, my guy. You're not hunting anytime soon." You wouldn't go into a woman's house if she owned a snake? Seriously?
Harry wouldn't either.
I mean,
But it's okay. I'm not owning snake ever, so.
I've had snakes. I don't like keeping them anymore because I don't like taking care of the cages, but I've had them in the past. It's more work that I feel like doing.
Harry said they used to break stink bombs at Blockbuster Video, and the guy was being an ass to us as kids. We got kicked out of a restaurant. We went on a class trip to Washington, D.C. in seventh grade, and we got kicked out of a restaurant because somebody set off a stink bomb in the bathroom. Yep. Yep. Like three or four busloads of kids all got kicked out of this restaurant. Thank God we were almost done. It wasn't like right when we got there, so
Oh, that's terrible. Terrible behavior from you kids. We had somebody light off a smoke bomb in the back of a bus one time. Bus driver was not happy about that one. We had to sit there until everybody's parents showed up. They were not happy because they had to sit there until everybody's parents showed up. It was, it was a good time, good time. Back when you used to get in trouble for everything,
yeah.
but not really at the same time, if that makes sense. You got in trouble, but you didn't get in trouble. I don't know. Do they kick you out for stuff now? It seems like you can get away with a lot before they do anything. It's ridiculous. I said what I said. Oh,
All right.
Jesus.
I'm gonna have to call it quits because I gotta be in bed before midnight. I have to be. I can at least get some sleep for tomorrow.
Yeah, it's been
Up
fun
late all
talking
weekend,
about farts.
Mario Karting.
Yes, you go do that. I'm gonna go do stuff too. Not willingly, but
Well,
I
no,
got
I've been up late every night playing Mario Kart, so I need to actually be an adult and go to bed tonight so I can sleep and then come home tomorrow and play Mario Kart. So.
the betrayal of it all. No, that's just wrong. Stay up late. No, just kidding. No, go get some sleep.
There's been a lot of days I've made bad choices, so
Makes
hopefully,
the
well,
goal.
I know. YOLO.
Oh, oh, jeez. Oh, God. Seriously, exit. He wants to know if you've ever been in the car with somebody that farted and the
Have
windows
I been hot
closed.
boxed with a fart? Is what
Yeah,
you're asking.
yeah. With the heat on, too, bro.
I, I, nothing comes to mind. I can't. I mean, I'm sure that I've been around tons of people who have farted and I've never even realized it. So I'm sure I have been, but no one's like, you know, no one's given me a 7-year sinus infection from farting in a car and hotboxing it. We'll put it that way.
I mean, at least I think we're all lucky in that front.
Yeah.
I think we're all lucky. I can honestly say that I have had somebody do that to me. I have brothers. So, of course.
Of course they
It,
did. They
yeah.
locked the windows.
No, we were kids when they do it
Yeah.
too. So, I mean, yeah, no, we didn't have control over all the windows anyway, of course. And my mom would lock the windows on us. So, yeah, she stopped doing that after a little while. I really used to get so much trouble for it. Oh my God, so much trouble. Now I wonder if she thought we were all going to get infections from it. She was just parenting properly. What can I say? Oh, that's too funny. But that's enough, though. Go to bed. I'm going to do and talk about anything else besides gas, bowel movements. I feel like I need that in my life.
You've had your fill for the month.
It seems like every time I get online now, this is what I talk about. I don't know how my life turned into this. I'm gonna have to like look back on my life choices,
Yeah, you got to
figure
reevaluate
out what I
things.
did, figure out where I went with that. How did I get here? Oh, just kidding. But anyway, with that being said, we'll be back next week. And I'm Death Dealer.
And I'm Pink Piggles.
Have a good night, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
Bye.